Hello students, this is your physics mentor Suvendu Sir. So this is our lecture number 3 of class 10 physics. Chapter is our light, available in CBSE syllabus. So in yesterday class, that is lecture number 2, we have discussed regarding the common terminology of reflection of light. So in lecture number 3, first we will discuss some important points related to reflection of light. So basically, the main part of yesterday class was laws of reflection, and there are two laws of reflection, and those are valid in case of regular reflection as well as irregular reflection also. So now, in previous class, as per the concept, we have discussed the angle between incident ray and reflecting surface. What is its name? The angle between incident ray and reflecting surface is called glancing angle. It is called glancing angle. That is glance angle of incidence and glance angle of reflection. Next, in point number 2, we will discuss laws of reflection are valid both in plane as well as curved reflecting surface. अच्छा, अभी इसको हम लोग डायग्राम के हिसाब से समझेंगे. देखो, सपोज लेट अस कंसीडर दिस इज आवर कर्व रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस. This is your curved reflecting surface, or you may consider the reflecting surface like this. So in this case, if this is your incident ray, this will be the reflected ray. And at the point of incidence, we can draw the normal. This dotted line represents the normal at the point of incidence. In diagram number 2 also, we can draw the same thing. This is incident ray and this is our reflected ray. And at the point of incidence, now draw the normal. With proper arrow mark, we have to show the diagram. This is incident ray, this one is reflected ray, and this is normal. This is angle I, this one is angle R, and O is the point of incidence for this curved reflecting surface. In figure B, this is suppose figure A. In figure B also, this is incident ray, this one is reflected ray, angle I, this is angle R, this is normal, and all lie in the same plane. That plane is called plane of incidence or plane of reflection or plane of travel. And in both the cases, angle I is equal to angle R. So in this case, laws of reflection are valid both in plane as well as curved reflecting surface. Now come to third point. Now we can take the screenshot actually. Now come to third point. CBS में एक लाइन पूछेगा तुमको, जस्टिफाई दिस स्टेटमेंट. Justify the statement. Sentence is, when a ray of light falls normally on a reflecting surface, it retraces the path. Re means again, trace means follow. So again it will follow the same path. What does it mean actually? To justify this statement, so let's draw the diagram actually. This is suppose our reflecting surface, and this portion represents polished surface or silver coating surface. Other side is reflecting side. Let this is the incident ray, and as per the figure, it falls normally on this reflecting surface. That means this is incident ray, and as it is falling normally to this reflecting surface, so it is also the normal. This surface is our reflecting surface. This point O is point of incidence, and this angle is 90 degree. Which angle is 90 degree? The angle between the incident ray and the reflecting surface is 90 degree. But what is the angle of incidence in this case? This is also the normal, because it is the perpendicular line upon the reflecting surface. This is the normal, and this is also the incident ray. This is also incident ray. That means the same line represents two things, normal as well as incident ray. So that means, what is the angle of incidence in this case? Angle I is equal to 0. Angle I is equal to 0. एक बात तो समझो. Let us, this is your reflecting surface, and this is your incident ray suppose. So this angle is angle I. Sorry. This is your reflecting surface, and this is normal. Yes, this is reflecting surface, this is normal, and this is incident ray. So the angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. अभी ये रे को देखो मैं ऐसे रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ. सपोज नाउ दिस इज द इंसिडेंट रे, तो एंगल आई क्या हो गया? एंगल आई थोड़ा सा डिक्रीज हो गया. देन ये लाइन एंगल सॉरी इंसिडेंट रे होगा तो एंगल आई फिर से डिक्रीज हो गया. इन दिस केस ये लाइन अभी इंसिडेंट रे शो करेगा, तो दिस लाइन रिप्रेजेंट्स द नॉर्मल as well as incident ray. That means the angle I equal to 0. I think it is clear. Now see. So as per the figure, the angle of incidence in this case is 0. So as per laws of reflection, angle R will be equal to 0. Why? Because angle I is equal to angle R is equal to 0 as per laws of reflection. So what is the meaning of angle R is equal to 0? Angle R means angle of reflection. And angle of reflection is the angle between normal and reflected ray. So this line represents the normal, and if this represents the reflected ray like this, then the angle of reflection will be 0 degree. तो देखो अब ये क्या कर रहा है? देखो जिस पाथ पे आ रहा था उसी पाथ को फॉलो कर रहा है. That means when a ray of light falls normally on a reflecting surface, it retraces its path. अभी डायग्राम के हिसाब से हम लोग उसको एक्सप्लेन कर चुके हैं. Now see, in language what we have to write, when a ray of light falls normally, then angle I is equal to 0 degree. As per, which implies as per laws of reflection, angle R is equal to angle I, that will be equal to 0 degree. That means reflected ray retraces its path. This is the justification of this statement. Next come to point number 4. Point number 4 पे देखो, ये point number 3 को देखो ठीक से, स्क्रीनशॉट ले जाओ. नेक्स्ट कम टू पॉइंट नंबर 4. एक्चुअली पॉइंट नंबर 4 में एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है. देखो कितने वेराइटी का इंसिडेंस और पा गया. ओके, व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ इंसिडेंस? जनरली हम लोग जो भी कंसीडर कर रहे हैं दैट इज ऑब्लिक इंसिडेंस. यस, ये हमारा रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, एंड अभी एक इंसिडेंट रे देखो, रे इंसिडेंट हो रहा है, दैट इज ऑब्लिक इंसिडेंस. In this case, we will discuss two special incidents, that is your normal incidence as well as grazing incidence. देखो, first one is normal incidence. नॉर्मल इंसिडेंस में क्या होगा? हियर रे ऑफ लाइट फॉल्स नॉर्मली और परपेंडिकुलरली on a reflecting surface. That means डायग्राम के हिसाब से हम लोग इसको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करेंगे? देखो, अभी सपोज मैं ले रहा हूं, दिस इज आवर रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस एंड अभी जो डायग्राम में दिखा रहा हूं तुमको, देखो ये हो गया हमारा पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस एंड दिस इज इंसिडेंट रे, दिस वन इज रिफ्लेक्टेड. बस. So in this case, what is angle of incidence? Angle of incidence is equal to 0. Angle of reflection is equal to also 0 degree. Yes. Next, what is grazing incidence? देखो, second type is grazing incidence. तो इसमें क्या होगा? लाइट रे इंसिडेंस टेंजेंशियली, लाइट रे इंसिडेंस टेंजेंशियली अपॉन रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस. तो डायग्राम के हिसाब से ये हो गया हमारा रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस एंड दोनों चीज को ठीक से ऑब्जर्व करो. देखो यहाँ पे दिस इज इंसिडेंट रे, दिस वन इज रिफ्लेक्टेड रे एंड दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस ओ. हियर दिस इज पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस ओ. यस. सो पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस में हम लोग नॉर्मल ड्रॉ करने से क्या होगा? दिस इज द नॉर्मल एट द पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस. यस. So what is the angle of incidence in this case? Angle between incident ray and normal. Angle between incident ray and normal, that is angle I. So angle I is equal to 90 degree and angle R also 90 degree. So in this part, if I will ask what is the angle of deviation? What is the angle of deviation? क्या होगा? So angle of deviation del is equal to 180 degree minus 2y. That means 180 degree minus 2 into 0. इसका आंसर क्या होगा? 180 minus 0, that is 180 degree. So in case of normal incidence, the angle of deviation is 180 degree. What in case of grazing incidence? In case of grazing incidence, tense होगा actually. In case of grazing incidence, what is the angle of deviation? Angle of deviation del is equal to 180 degree minus 2y. So same to same, 180 degree minus 2 into 90 degree. Your angle of incidence is 90 degree. That means the answer will be 180 degree minus 180 degree. That means 0 degree. तो ये मैथमेटिकल पार्ट क्या शो कर रहा है? मैथमेटिकल पार्ट ये शो कर रहा है हमको, your deviation is not happening. Deviation is not happening in this case. But in this case, it gets deviated through 180 degree. So देखो, this is the direction of incident ray and this is the direction of reflected ray. So opposite हो रहा है actually. That means angle is 180 degree. So this is our normal incidence and grazing incidence. So this is all about the important points related to reflection of light. Next we will proceed to mirror. So I think it is clear to all of you. Now you can take the screenshot. Now come to our next slide, that is mirror. So with this introductory part regarding our reflection of light, we have already finished. Next part is our mirror. And in this topic, we will discuss two types of mirror. That is our plane mirror as well as spherical mirror. So what is mirror actually? Mirror is one type of reflecting surface. First point we can write reflecting surface which can completely refract the ray to the same medium after falling on it or incidenting on it is called mirror. इसको हम लोग और एक सेंटेंस में भी लिख सकते हैं, वेरी सिंपल सेंटेंस, दैट इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस which has 100% reflecting power. 100% reflecting power is called mirror. And listen properly, it is of two types. One is our plane mirror, another one is our spherical mirror. And in today's lecture we will discuss plane mirror and spherical mirror. But remember, this plane mirror is categorized into, spherical mirror is categorized into two groups. One is our concave mirror, another one is convex mirror. So first we have to discuss regarding our plane mirror. So now remember, the mirror whose reflecting surface is plane, that is called plane mirror, and mirror whose reflecting surface is spherical, that is called spherical mirror. It is easy to write its definition actually. So let's proceed to plane mirror. Plane mirror. Remember one thing, we are very much acquainted with this diagram and we are telling that this is our plane mirror. This is not plane mirror actually. Okay, what does it mean? I will explain. Wait. So mirror whose reflecting surface is plane is called plane mirror. एक्चुअली जो डायग्राम में शो कर रहा हूं अभी तुमको स्क्रीन पे, जो भी डायग्राम दिखाई दे रहा है, ये क्या है एक्चुअली? थीन ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लास प्लेट. दिस इज नथिंग, इट इज आवर थीन ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लास प्लेट. थीन ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लास प्लेट. एंड जो देखो ज्यादा डार्क दिखाई दे रहा है अभी, जो शेडेड पोर्शन, ये रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है पॉलिश्ड साइड. पॉलिश्ड साइड. और इसको हम लोग मानेंगे सिल्वर कोटेड साइड. एंड दूसरा वाला क्या है? दिस फेस इज टर्म्ड एज अवर रिफ्लेक्टिंग साइड. So this is about your plane mirror. Actually this is the diagram of plane mirror. But इसको बार बार ड्रॉ करना एक्चुअली आसान नहीं है. This will consume the time. So symbolically it is represented as, इसको हम लोग सिंबॉलिकली कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे देखो. ये टोटल डायग्राम को हम लोग ऐसे ही रिप्रेजेंट कर पाएंगे. सिंबॉलिकली वी आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग इट लाइक दिस. तो नीचे वाला इसका क्या शो कर रहा है? दिस इज योर पॉलिश्ड साइड and this side is our reflecting side. तो यहां से हमको ये पता चल रहा है that right side वाला डायग्राम it represents the symbolical representation of plane mirror. So symbolically it is represented by this right side diagram. That means this right side diagram is not our plane mirror, it is the symbolical representation of plane mirror. जैसे हम लोग सोडियम को बार बार ऐसे लिखने से टाइम चला जाएगा, तो इसका सिंबल हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं Na. लाइक दिस प्लेन मिरर को बार बार ऐसे डायग्राम ड्रॉ करने से टाइम चला जाएगा. So that we have to accept this symbolical representation of plane mirror. So this is about our plane mirror. Next come to spherical mirror. So next is our spherical mirror. Mirror whose surface is curved, whose reflecting side or reflecting surface is spherical or curved in nature. That is called our spherical mirror, and it is of two types actually. This spherical mirror, इसको हम लोग curved mirror भी बोल सकते हैं. This is of two types. One is our concave mirror, another one is convex mirror. So now we will discuss in detail about this concave and convex mirror. Actually, now see this diagram. How we are preparing this spherical mirror? Basically, spherical mirrors are formed out of the hollow imaginary sphere. So in definition part, what we have to write? Spherical mirrors are drawn out from the hollow spherical sphere. So let's start. Spherical mirror. So spherical mirrors are drawn out from the hollow sphere. Made up of glass. इसमें एक अच्छा चीज क्या है? Whose either inner surface is polished or silver coated, or outer bulging part is polished or silver surfaced. What does it mean? Let us think. This is our hollow sphere. उसको हम लोग कट करने से क्या दिखाई देगा? देखो, तो कट करने से ये दिखाई देगा सपोज हम लोग इसको यहां से कट करेंगे अभी, कटिंग होने के बाद देखो का फिगर कैसा दिखाई देगा. आफ्टर कटिंग इट विल बिहेव लाइक दिस. इसको हम लोग यहाँ से कट करेंगे एज पर दिस फिगर। इसको यहाँ से हम लोग कट करेंगे अभी। कटिंग के बाद ऐसा दिखाई देगा, एक पोर्शन ऐसा दिखाई देगा तुमको, एंड दूसरा वाला ऐसा देखो क्या दिखाई देगा। बस। So this is the whole sphere after cutting. This is before cutting. And second diagram represents after cutting. Now think about this cutting portion. This cutting portion. इसके बारे में अभी सोचो। ये जो कटोरा जैसा दिखाई दे रहा है तुमको, from this we can draw this, we can extract the hollow, sorry, we can extract the spherical mirror. How? Now this is the cutting portion, and in this it represents outer bulging side. अभी मैं outer bulging side को शेडेड कर रहा हूं, दैट मीन्स पॉलिश कर रहा हूं। अभी आउटर बल्जिंग साइड क्या हो रहा है, पॉलिश हो रहा है। यस। एंड उसको अभी मैं नेक्स्ट डायग्राम में देखो, सेम टू सेम डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं। अभी मैं इनर पोर्शन को मैं डार्कन कर दूंगा, अभी पॉलिश कर दूंगा। इन सेकेंड फिगर inner side is made polished. So from the figure क्या दिखाई दे रहा है हमको? In this case this side is outer bulging side, and ये कौन सा हिस्सा, पॉलिश वाला हिस्सा, पॉलिश्ड। Inner curved surface, this one is reflecting side. Yes. And ये जो मिरर हमको मिला अभी, whose inner surface is reflecting side, this mirror is called concave mirror. And remember to draw this diagram again and again, it is completely difficult, so we have to use its symbolical representation just like as your plane mirror. Next second diagram को देखो, इसमें this side is your inner curved side, and अभी ये क्या हो रहा है, polished हो रहा है। this is our polished side, and this one is outer bulging side. This is our reflecting side, and ये जो मिरर अभी दिखाई दे रहा है तुमको, स्पेरिकल मिरर, it is treated as convex mirror. Now we can write the definition. I will not write, you have to write in your own language. What is the meaning of convex mirror? The spherical mirror whose inner curved surface is polished and outer bulging side is reflecting side, that is called convex mirror. And in case of concave mirror, the inner curved surface is reflecting side and outer bulging side is polished side, is made polished, that is your concave mirror. I think it is clear to all of you. Now proceed to their symbolical representation. Now you can take the screenshot. Now it's time for the symbolical representation of concave and convex mirror. As per new Cartesian sign convention, you have to draw the mirror in such a way that the reflecting side must be coincide with left side. तो ये किसका डायग्राम है? दिस इज योर कॉनकेव मिरर का सिंबॉलिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन, कॉनकेव मिरर। and this is for your convex mirror. Now we will understand what is the other name of concave as well as convex mirror. Now see, concave mirror otherwise known as converging mirror. What's the reason? Let's check. If this is your concave mirror, remember when a parallel beam of light will fall on it, then reflected ray starts to converge towards a single point actually. As for the diagram, this is our incident ray, this is our second incident ray. Now you check one thing. Now you consider a small portion out of the whole. This small portion represents a plane surface. Yes. So if this is your incident ray, then the reflected ray will move like this. So as per the diagram, this will be our reflected ray. Similarly, consider a small portion out of the whole. As it is our incident ray, so the reflected ray will be like this. So from this we came to know, when a parallel beam of light will fall on this concave mirror, all the reflected ray starts to converge towards a single point. Due to this reason, it is otherwise known as converging mirror. After the terminology discussion, terminology related to spherical mirror, we will discuss it in ray diagram in detail. Converging mirror. And in case of concave, now check one thing. This is suppose our convex mirror. And consider this is your incident ray. Same as previous, this is our small portion, behaves as a plane surface. This is incident ray. So this will be here, this will be the reflected ray. And in this case, this arrow mark represents reflected ray direction. Same to same thing. Out of the whole, this small portion behaves as a plane surface. This is incident ray. This is point of incidence. As per law of reflection, this will be the reflected ray. So after reflection, all the reflected rays starts to diverge away from each other. Due to this reason, convex mirror, also termed as diverging mirror. Yes. So this is all about our plane mirror and spherical mirror. Now you can take the screenshot of this last page. So from the beginning to this point, I think it is clear to all of you. Yes. So in next class actually, we will discuss related to image. We will discuss the concept regarding image. So now let's solve 5 to 6 questions. After that we will wind up this lecture. Now tell the answer. A ray of light is incident normally on a mirror. Which of the following shows the reflection of light in case of normal incidence? We have already discussed in case of normal incidence, the angle I is equal to 0. Here the angle I is equal to 0. Angle R also equal to 0. Angle R 0 होने से क्या होगा? It retraces its path. तो पहला डायग्राम देखो. This represents your फर्स्ट डायग्राम को ऑब्जर्व करो, ये रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है इंसिडेंट रे एंड ये रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, दिस इज रॉन्ग. इन सेकेंड डायग्राम देखो, इंसिडेंट रे एंड रिफ्लेक्टेड रे बोथ आर इन, सॉरी रिफ्लेक्टेड रे एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो इंसिडेंट रे, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा, दे आर इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. नाउ दिस इज योर इंसिडेंट रे, दिस वन इज रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, सो दिस ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. And this is not showing the normal incidence. We have discussed a term that is your oblique incidence. So this point represents, this diagram it represents oblique incidence. लेकिन क्वेश्चन तो पूछ रहा है नॉर्मल इंसिडेंस के बारे में, तो ऑप्शन 4 इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग. तो आवर ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट कम टू सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. In case of normal incidence, what is the angle between the reflected ray and the mirror? फिर से वही डायग्राम को ड्रॉ करो. फिर से we have to draw this diagram again. This is our reflecting surface. This is suppose the reflecting surface, and in case of normal incidence, ये तुम्हारा normal, also it represents incident ray normal, and it represents your reflected ray. So what is the angle between the reflected ray and mirror? It represents our mirror, this reflecting surface. So angle is reflected ray and mirror. The angle is 90 degree. So the perfect answer is 90 degree. Are laws of reflection true in case of spherical mirrors? Yes, it is true. Already in lecture we have discussed. What is the range of wavelength of visible light? Yes, it is one of the new question actually. In higher class we will discuss. You just keep this answer in your mind. Range of wavelength of visible light is 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. And remember, nano means what? Nano. इसका short representation small n. It means 10 to the power minus 9. So 1 nanometer, that means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So this is the wavelength range of visible light. वीव गियर जो तुम लोग पढ़े हो, वीव गियर. कैन लाइट ट्रैवल इन वैक्यूम? इसका भी आंसर क्या है? यस, लाइट वैक्यूम में भी ट्रैवल कर सकता है. एंड उसका वैल्यू क्या है? स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन वैक्यूम. स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन वैक्यूम. यहां पे देखो वैक्यूम का स्पेलिंग करेक्ट नहीं है अभी, VACWM. तो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन वैक्यूम दैट इज इक्वल टू 3 into 10 to the power 8 मीटर पर सेकेंड. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है हमको? व्हिच मेटल इज द बेस्ट रिफ्लेक्टर ऑफ लाइट? इन फर्स्ट लेक्चर वी हैव डिस्कस्ड सिल्वर मेटल इज द बेस्ट रिफ्लेक्टर ऑफ लाइट. नेक्स्ट इज कैन एन ऑब्जेक्ट बी वर्चुअल? यस, इसके बारे में हम लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में बात करेंगे. द आंसर इज यस, ऑब्जेक्ट कैन बी रियल और इट मे बी वर्चुअल. नेक्स्ट, इसके बाद लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस सेशन. The question is a ray of light falls on a plane mirror making an angle 40 degree with the mirror. देखो ये जो क्वेश्चन, इसका आंसर डिफरेंट वेबसाइट में डिफरेंट टाइप अवेलेबल है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है सुनो. पहले जो 40 डिग्री एंगल तुमको मेंशन किया है ना, 40 डिग्री, ray of light falls on plane mirror making an angle 40 degree with the mirror. That means if we will draw the diagram, simple सा diagram देखो, this is our रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, ये हो गया हमारा प्लेन मिरर. देन यहां पे कंसीडर करो incident ray, next is our reflected ray, and at the point of incidence draw the normal. So this is incident ray, this is normal, and this is reflected ray, and this one is reflecting surface. So question के हिसाब से which angle is 40 degree? Ray of light makes an angle 40 degree with the mirror. With the mirror means this is incident ray, with the mirror it makes an angle 40 degree. But this is not the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence means normal and incident ray के बीच में जो angle. So this will be 90 minus 40, that means 50 degree. So angle R भी क्या होगा? This is angle I, so angle R भी हमारा 40 degree हो जाएगा. Now we can find the answer. So find the angle through which the reflected ray will deviate. That means क्या पूछ रहा है? Angle of deviation. The formula is 180 degree minus 2i. पता है previous class का? So 180 degree minus 2 into I का value 50. That means 180 degree minus 100 degree. The answer is 80 degree. Yes. So I के बदले में तुम लोग 40 degree यूज करने से wrong answer मिलेगा. So this is the final answer as per this question. So with this, now we will conclude this lecture. So wait up to next lecture. Stay tuned for next update. In our next lecture, we will discuss somehow image, real image, virtual image, real object, virtual image, and that diagram, lateral inversion. बहुत सारा चीज available है in case of reflection. After this, we will proceed to refraction. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.